Hi everyone, welcome back. I hope you guys are doing well. Now, if this is the first time you're watching me, then I am Devashri and welcome to my channel. And make sure that you hit that subscribe button down below and subscribe to my channel for more videos like this, and give this video a big thumbs up before we get started. So this video is another one of my Unspoken Beauty series video. Now, I know a lot of you are here in my channel because of that series that I did last year, and a lot of you had really nice things to say about it. So I thought of keeping up the tradition and doing another one of my Unspoken Beauty series, and in this video we are going to talk all about tampons. Now, tampons is a subject which is so hushed upon. I hardly see people talking about it, and it's something that I want to genuinely just sit down and talk all about it. So in this video I'm going to talk you through my experience using it, how I like to use it, and also just minimize and distance all of the stigma that is attached with using a tampon. Now, before we get started, it is very important that you maintain a period calendar. Now, there are a lot of apps. I talked about the app called Clue. There is Period Tracker. There are a lot of apps that you can download both on your iOS or Android phone, and this way you know exactly if something goes wrong, or if you have a normal healthy cycle. It just gives you that peace of mind when you're traveling. You know exactly when to pack your pads and tampons. So I would suggest and highly recommend that you do that as well. So secondly, tampons is something that is, I don't know, why are people so scared of tampons? So the first thing I would want to say is that just don't be scared of it. It's not a scary thing. It's not something to be ashamed of. Please do not be ashamed of carrying a tampon or just, showing everyone that you have a tampon. It's nothing to be hidden. Don't be ashamed to buy a tampon from any pharmacy or any store. It's nothing to be ashamed of. Don't worry about what other people are going to say, okay? That does not matter at all. And so there are a lot of myths and everything that is associated. So I'm going to cater to those things at the end, and now I'm just going to start off by talking about tampons. So I started using tampons regularly this year in January, and it has completely changed my period experience. My periods are much more cleaner. It's much more shorter. I'll let you guys know why it's shorter, and it's also very fuss free, and most importantly, it's drier than normal days. Like, my periods are so clean ever since I started using tampon. It's not even funny. So the brand that I use the most, and I think which is mostly available in all of like the general stores or like big pharmacies, is this one, which is the OB Pro Comfort. Now this one is for regular periods, so it has 20 tampons in it, and this one is priced at rupees 195. So this is what a tampon looks like. You twist the plastic packaging and you take it out, and then it comes attached with a string which stays outside your body. Now there are two sizes that it comes with. This is the super one, which is for regular flow, and then they also have like a bigger one which is for heavy flow. So this is to be used on the first and second day when you have very heavy flow, and this is for the other days when you don't have as much flow. But I would suggest, if you are a beginner, then go ahead with this because it is much easier to insert. This is easy to insert as well, but then it might look a little intimidating since it's a bigger size. So it's always easy to start with a regular one first. There's also another brand which is available, which is called Bella, and they also do two different sizes. They have the regular one and they also have the Super Plus one. I'm not, however, a big fan of this brand because this is not as comfortable as the OB one. The OB one, I just got this just to try and see how they wear, but they aren't that comfortable, and also the plastic that's on top of it, it's very difficult to remove one half. Once you remove, like if you remove the top half, it's difficult to remove the bottom half. Another thing that I want to mention before you start using them is always read the instruction manual really well. Most of the questions and doubts and techniques are usually mentioned in these leaflets, and they are very helpful. So before I tell you how to insert this, I know a lot of you will have the question, if I insert this, how am I going to pee? If you're asking me this question, then you haven't paid attention in your biology class during class 9 or 10 whenever they were teaching you human anatomy. So girls have two holes. There's one to pee and the other one is the vagina where your menstrual blood comes out from. So you insert this in your vagina, which is in the lower half of your vulva, and where you pee from is right under the clitoris. So, and that part, okay, this is going to look really obscene to some of you, but I'm going to use my fingers to show you how to insert this. Okay, so first and foremost, you have to be really relaxed, and if you feel like you're getting some resistance from your body, which is very natural and it will happen when you're using it for the first time, all you have to do is take a deep breath. So when you're taking a deep breath, your vaginal muscles relax, and that way the opening becomes wider and it's easy to slip the tampon inside. So to insert the tampon, you'll be sitting down, so your vagina will be facing down like this, and you will take the tampon and slowly insert it in like this. You will face a resistance, so remember to take a deep breath and it will relax, and you push it until you have this much of your finger inside. So make sure that it goes completely in before you stop pushing. So the string will stay outside like this, so it will help in removing the tampon later on, and it will also ensure that your tampon isn't stuck inside. Speaking of which, your tampon will never go inside your vagina and get lost, because we have a cervix, which is like a very small opening right after the vaginal canal. So your tampon cannot go anywhere, it will not go inside your body or anything. And once you are done inserting the tampon, you're supposed to keep it inside from 2 to 4 hours. Don't keep it beyond that, and it also depends on your flow. So as soon as you feel like your tampon is feeling heavy, it means that you have to remove your tampon. And even if it's been 4 hours and it's not feeling heavy, you have to remove the tampon, because it's time, and you do not keep it inside for very long. So when you have to remove this, now this is one of the hardest things for me when I first started using, is to remove the tampon. So one advice which I think will help all of you guys is to pull the tampon in the exact way that you inserted it, and pull it very gently, and it will come out very easily. So now you're wondering that wouldn't it feel uncomfortable, and wouldn't you realize that there's something there, and how are you sitting, how are you walking? Now the area that you are inserting the tampon does not have any nerve endings, so that means that you wouldn't feel a thing. So if you inserted the tampon correctly, then you wouldn't feel a thing. If you're feeling something, it means that you are not inserting the tampon correctly. So once you insert it this much inside, it ensures that it is in the right position, and it just stays there, it stays put, and you wouldn't feel a thing. Now obviously, if you're inserting it for the first time, even though it is in that area where there's no nerve endings, you would still feel something, because it's a very psychological effect. There is something inside of you, and it's strange, but eventually you wouldn't even realize that it's there. It is so comfortable, at least for me and all my other friends who have started using it after me. Honestly, they can't go back. So once you apply the tampon, what it does, it soaks in all of the blood right as it comes out of the uterus. So that way it minimizes 1 day of your period, because it takes 1 whole day for the blood to reach the opening from the uterus. So instead of trickling down slowly, the tampon absorbs all of the blood all at once, and that way it reduces the number of days you have period, which is a blessing, to be honest. I'm sorry if the light is going on and off. It's a very rainy day, and the sun is going in and out of the clouds, so I'm very sorry if you can see the changes. Let's move on to the myths now. So there's this ridiculous notion that if you use tampon then you lose your virginity, which is absolutely ridiculous, and it's literally the most absurd thing that I've ever come across. You lose your virginity if you have sex. You don't lose your virginity if you insert a tampon. They are completely two different things, and it's completely unrelated, not related at all. So before I end this video, I wanted to mention and let you guys know of TSS, which is toxic shock syndrome, which happens very commonly with girls who are menstruating. So it happens because of this bacteria, which is usually in the human body. It's present in men, women, and children, but mostly this toxin is released when girls are like menstruating. I'm not an expert, and it is been associated with tampon use. So I'm going to leave a link down below which explains TSS very well. So I want you to read that very well and understand the disease and the symptoms of it, just so that you are aware before you start using tampons. So I just want to give that disclaimer. I don't want to speak at length about it because I'm not an expert. I don't want to give any misinformation. So just make sure that you read that link. It's in the information box, and just read everything that's there about TSS. And I'll also link any other video which explains like how to insert the tampons, because I've just spoken about it, and I'm sure there are videos which has demonstrated, so it's easier to understand that way. Yeah, other than that, I think it has been a very pleasant experience for me personally, and it's nothing to be scared about. It just makes everything very, very clean and fuss free. So as soon as I see like the first drop of the period blood, I know I got my periods. I just quickly take my tampons and just insert it in. Then after 2-3 hours it's full, I just pull it out and then insert another one. Now there's this thing that since you're not supposed to wear the tampon for very long, it's not advisable that you sleep wearing it. I, however, have slept wearing it for 6 to 7 hours straight, and then I've woken up to pee, so I change it and then go back to sleep again. So if you want to sleep, make sure that you wake up in the middle and then change and then go back to sleep. But it is generally not advisable to sleep wearing a tampon. But the thing is, I can sleep with my legs up, I can sleep with my white blanket on and not worry about leakage. So it's like a game changer for me. That's why I actually just wake up and change and go back to sleep. And the thicker one you can wear longer. So sometimes I don't even wake up, but don't tell anyone. So yeah, that's all that I have to say, and I hope you understood a little bit more about tampons. Just don't be scared of it. Just ask a lot of questions before you start wearing it. Just give it a go. Don't hate something even if you've not tried it. So if you tried it and you don't like it, stop using it. But if you've never tried it, I mean, don't have a prejudice against it for no reason. And yeah, that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and make sure that you're subscribed to my channel for more videos like this. And yeah, I'll see you soon. Bye.